Mary, Little Coyote, and I forgot there was four of them that represented that clan and the chiefs. And now they got handed down. I think from here, Marie's is her granddaughter, Nikki,
Uh-huh.
Ricky Richardson, and I know Karen, Little Coyote, got her mother's. And then on my grandmother's, when she had passed away, that's when Marie, she went and got that war bonnet off of my grandmother's. And that's where she came in. And then there was another one, and I think she was from Sealand, besides Mary. I can't remember the fourth one. But they still represent that today, but they don't get out amongst the whole tribe anymore. Every once in a while, they'll come and be with us for
Hmm.
chieftainship. That's what that plan was, the lightning plan. The sisters to the chieftainship
Yeah.
society.
Don't want to speak out of turn, but if people, somebody needs to hear this. This incident was reported by officers of the United States Army in that conflict. Multiple officers reported that and recorded it.
Yeah.
And it was like some of them was like, never seen anything like that before in my entire life.
Hmm.
And they
And so, one of the ledger artists that inspired me to do something like this that I kind of did his style was Howlin' Wolf. He was a bowstring too, and he did this kind of like this, and so that's why I kind of got that ideal, of doing that, and also, me being a bowstring too, then I still do that, and it's kind of like a lot of people like this, I sell that a lot. So I redo that a lot, but I change them up, change their clothes, do it differently, every time, And so, but, people, another question that people ask me, is there any significance, with this ledger, And I tell them, I said, no, they just used anything that they could use, anything that was available, Yeah, then they would just draw on it, and tell their story, tell their history, and
If
so
you
that's
ever get a chance to go out to Cheyenne, that Washita Visitor Center, George Levi, he does a lot of that too, the ledger art, and he tells the story of what happened from here. It's ledger art all the way around the building, and it's all drew out and hanging up there. There's a story that happened out there.
That's at the National Historic Site there at Cheyenne.
Yes.
Right. That's a very nice facility there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they put a lot of money into it. And a nice tour of the down at the battlefield, walking tour there.
Mm-hmm.
You can touch your phone to certain
Yeah.
areas and tell you the story.
Yep.
So, where do you find most of your ledger paper?
I just go anywhere I see a sign that says estate sale or something, I'll go over there and yeah, museums or I got a gallery in Denver, in downtown Denver, called the Cook Gallery, and they deal in a lot of old stuff. That gallery, they deal in a lot of old artifacts, a lot of old paintings. And I'm the only live artist. And that lady, Linda Cook, she looks out and she gives me this paper. That's what this paper came from. It's from that Cook Gallery. Linda, she goes, hey, I got some ledger paper for you. I found that. And so she'll find that. Then I'm always telling different people, I'll keep an eye out for ledger paper. Let me know. And a lot of this, like a lot of these ones here, I got over 20 years ago. They're like whole books, like with over 300 pages in them. And I got 8 different size books, that got that much paper. So I got a lot of paper. And that's where it comes from. And also I got like blank ones. But most people, they like the writing on there. Then versus a blank sheet. And because you can, I like looking at them before I draw them. I'll read them, look at them, think, wow, look at them and
So
see
what
what.
is your medium here? The color, you talked about pencils, but this doesn't look like pencil.
Yeah, this is pencils. These are colored pencils.
Oh,
Yeah, colored pencils.
Are you training anybody up in this talent?
No, nobody's really picked it up. My boys, I got 4 boys, and they're not. None of them's really,
Oh,
done nothing. And
somebody would be interested.
and one of the one of my real good mentors that really like inspired me to keep going, keep doing it was Frankie Bushhead, Frankie Sheridan, and he was a legit artist too, and also a lot of craft stuff that he'd done. One time I was doing a Cherokee art market back in, was it 2007 or something like that, when they first started that market, and at that Hard Rock Casino, when they first built that Hard Rock. Yeah, and I didn't win nothing. I didn't, because everybody was there was coming to the casino to come gamble. They weren't there to come buy art. So then I didn't win nothing, or I didn't sell anything. Well, I was just all bummed out. And Frankie came to me, he said, "Hey man," he said, "keep doing it, keep doing it. You do good stuff. Just keep doing it. You'll be there. And so I was like, all right. So I just kept doing it. And then I moved out to Santa Fe, went to school out there at IAI, and I pursued my art, doing more art, and now I got big collectors, and I sell stuff all over the place, all over the world. I have to ship stuff, Japan, Switzerland, and I got to meet these people from Paris, did that art show there in Paris, and um, all over the place, and now it's doing good. I got an art show this weekend, I'm getting ready for, get ready for that. That's at that fan museum, that First Americans Museum in Oklahoma City. Yeah. That's Saturday and Sunday. So if you guys aren't doing nothing, come on by to that, come check it out, I'll be there, and you'll see my big paintings. I got big paintings. I got one that's 36 by 48 inches, I'll do one, a couple more other paintings that I do. Then another one, like you said, I have one of another society. They're elk scrapers, where I got 4 women on there. Then I got a little girl. They're waiting there, with that little girl, but they're getting ready to initiate her, into that society, But they're waiting there, And I entitled it "Awaiting," because they're just waiting there to ready for them to call her so she can go in and get initiated,
So, Cheyennes are still living this life. We still initiate these children. I remember my grandson got initiated to bow strings
Yeah.
years ago. So we're still doing this. Our young people are learning this.
Does everybody get a society that they are put into?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're sought after by different societies. Like, how well do you work? Sometimes they compete for the boys. Sometimes the grandmother doesn't want them to because they're too young. We say, go to the bathroom, and they find them. Yeah.
And a lot of this stuff I try to keep to the exact, to like with my tribe, just like the face paints, how they were. Like this is a social paint, because they got the yellow and the red on top. Then it was switched around where the red would be on the bottom, yellow would be on top. It'd be a war paint, And this is called the bloody mouth paint, where they see these animals go out, kill something, and they have bloody mouths, with the blood. So they use that paint as a war paint, And this guy here, he's got his paint, and a buffalo tail, and he's got these buffalo tracks, and they wouldn't wear nothing but a breechcloth, and they would paint the whole body yellow,
Cheyennes also split their ears, the horses'
Mhm.
ears, to let people know they were Cheyenne horses.
And
So
so
you can see that in drawings.
and also the way they would tie up their tails, like I see, you see over here, they would tie up their tails, So
So looking at these, I wouldn't know any of that.
yeah,
I would just think, oh, well, that's a pretty
and
picture.
and even like their beadwork designs, like this here, they call it a bear butte design, on his moccasins, this block design on his shirt, and they would use a shirt. I'm gonna draw horse hair or human hair coming off these war shirts, and these war shirts. Only certain individuals could wear these war shirts. Not anybody could wear them. You had to kind of earn these war shirts.